So I'm even going to try recording the Zoom side because that way I can, clip Jesse when he's just being solo Jesse. I hope that doesn't slow my
What are
computer
you
down too
talking
much.
about?
Oh no. Oh no.
Fuck!
Okay.
I have powers.
Hello there. Welcome back.
General Kenobi.
Hey, bud.
Yes.
No.
Son of a...
Just, I have buttons.
I love it.
But if I really want to control one, I have a mute button, which only works when you hold it down. So I like to make people that are having a crappy connection. So so the steps are very simple. Step one, I want you out of the hole and make a path in there, and you got it.
Of course. Yeah.
Yes. 100%. I know
It
exactly what you're
messes
talking
people
about.
so much, and it's like I have to limit that because if I abuse that, people will catch on. Because I know it's gonna be a moment I'll actually have a bad connection. It's like, hi, Crump, are very funny. It's like, no, it's.
The game hasn't even started yet, and I've already lost control.
The best part
moment
about D&D.
Yeah.
What's new, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't even go down my I didn't even go through my voice modulations.
The other thing, we are not limited to a strict 44 minutes. We can go up to 57 minutes and be fine. That means we have more flexibility, especially once we have our opening theme song. Really looking forward to that one.
Awesome.
Yeah, Triana and I will talk about that as well.
All right. So,
Like, yeah, we're no longer into the free trial.
I like how whenever I hiccup, it's just like the very most bottom part of my thing just lights up like a and then it's just all black again.
okay. I don't think I talked about how long we would try to run seasons for. I thought, like, for one thing, we do like maybe 3 to 6 months. Hopefully we can get like 2 episodes per session, but I'm not going to push that. And then, we can like take a break, still have some things, recorded in the vault. And then, we can come back after some time off, maybe start a new game or continue the old game, maybe pick up more of a storyline. We got a lot of options based on what we choose to do. That's what I love about this game so much. But all right, so the first thing we should do for the actual recording is everyone, please turn on a cat filter.
Oh
What?
no, I don't know how to do that. How do you wait?
I just deleted my VTuber software. Gosh dang it! It's a bad time.
I'm trying to remember.
Judge, I am here. I'm here live. I am
Yeah.
not a cat.
Hang on.
Wait, do I have to download
I don't
a
have
thing?
filters. I don't have filters.
Okay, you know where you see that little
Pig, bunny, bear, deer.
Okay, for everybody else, right next to your video icon, click on the up arrow.
Oh, video filter. I see.
Yeah, and you can choose video filter. And there is a simple one that's called Lioness. And it looks like this.
They have names. Ah, I see. This is great.
I like how everyone else is seeing it, but besides me, apparently.
Did you click on the thing? The arrow?
Yep. I don't.
It doesn't let your mouth move.
I'm seeing pin video, stop video.
All right, so stop video. There's when you hover over it, there's a little arrow.
Ooh.
And from there, it'll have choose video.
No, it just stopped my video.
Okay, no, don't click on stop
and
video.
I both at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. There's just like
There's a little arrow, Triana.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to click on that, not the stop button.
Yeah.
I don't have an arrow.
So there's the little arrow down at the bottom of the screen, yes. And then when I go to click it, it gives me the vision wide camera, the choose virtual background, which I've done this before, and I do have
You have
click on the
choose
virtual
video
background
filter.
and it should.
All right, let me try to share my screen, like my full screen. Okay. Okay, we're all... Nope, it's not showing what I wanted. Okay, let me try it like this.
Why don't I show my screen?
Yeah.
Because I...
How do I get... All right. Just go audio only. Because...
Host has disabled attendee screen sharing.
Oh, hold on a sec. Let me try to find that setting. Yeah, I didn't want people to be able to mess up the screen after I had it all prepped. And I don't know where... Let's see. I don't know how to change that in the middle of the thing. So...
Triana, are you on the browser version of Zoom?
That might be it. I'm using
Might be it.
the
Yeah, are
downloaded
you on it
version.
as well?
Yep, yeah, I am. Because it wouldn't work any other way for me.
Okay, that might be it. All right, give me just a second to figure out why it suddenly quit showing everything on OBS, which might be...
Let me sign up real quick. I thought I was already signed up, but it turns out I'm not.
You can have a bird. But
Tweet,
I'm not a
tweet.
druid.
Tweet.
Well, this is fun.
Okay, let me just put everybody back. And yeah, it reset some of my settings, so I won't try doing that again. We'll just go with the ones that do have it, because that will still be funny enough for the joke.
You can do it again.
Okay. Okay.
It's just the whole video.
Yeah, I know. I had one clever idea and it backfired on me.
Okay, the best ideas do, but we can still make it work. Triana, quick, draw a cat face on your face.
Yeah, seriously. Let me just get out my full makeup kit, guys.
I need that for my lighting. Okay, just got to find the last one that I have now, because of the way everything kind of got reorganized. Jesse is now the DM.
Jesse.
Congrats, Jesse. What do you got for us?
Give me a moment. I'm working on a bit here. So I was. Come on, work with me. What do you mean? What do you mean? Comes out of. Hang on.
Okay.
Now Zoom's working against me.
My favorite thing about Jesse's filter right now is that it keeps looking like it's just a random cat giving us side eye.
As cats are prone to do.
It's true.
Hey, but like,
Okay.
how did he actually get a whole cat?
What?
Oh,
Like-
the lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh, he had
It's a
like
different application.
yeah, he had like some old one that no one else had like from the 90s or something, and somebody somewhere has probably dug it up since then.
You can actually attach a Snapchat filter to Zoom, like a Snapchat filter options, and that's what it was. Because I think he was using his assistant's computer, and the last person who'd used Zoom was his assistant's daughter, and she had been using. But the thing that got me was the eyes, the whites of his eyes.
That scared look. Okay, I've got everything
That was-
rearranged now. As soon as our videos come back, we'll work for whoever does have the the filter available. because this is really just the opening joke, and it won't age well. I don't care. I still want to do it.
Live the life.
Now imagine if we were trying to do all this while being live.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that.
Oh Lord.
We all like Kyle and I rolled a nat 1 on computer intelligence for getting this to work.
I'm not too well off here either. Jesse, your screen is just black now.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a bit. It's not working.
Okay. Well, I've got everything rearranged here, so you're in your right spot again.
Oh, you're no longer the DM.
That's it.
You took too long. You've lost your chance. I have regained power.
Work. Work. Great
Brianna.
work.
Eat it.
Not wanting
He's
to
back.
work.
Okay. Let's go ahead because I am recording, so we can go ahead and do the. So everyone with a cat face, just look like you've completely messed up everything. And
Where I feel.
hello, can you hear us? We are live.
Mhm.
Hello?
We're not cats, and we are prepared to go forward. Okay, we can turn the.
I'm trying to fix it.
We can turn the filters off now.
Jesse's just still killing me, man.
I'm always going to say I'm not even going to try to compete with what he can do, because he has spent years perfecting his side of things. I'm just throwing this together at the last minute.
But sometimes those are the best types of games and stuff.
Oh yeah. But let's just say that, I would be happy to let him run things for a day. I mean, I've seen some of, his other show, The Lovely Lady Crumps. And I don't know who's more insane there, him or the cast. It's a good fit.
We trade. It's all equal trade in that kind of aspect.
Yeah. All right. Let me bring up D&D Beyond because I probably will need that somewhere throughout the day. I'm trying to shut down
What?
other things that might be unnecessary.
Yes.
Who uses D&D Beyond? Not me.
The D&D Beyond, where you can have the power of Dungeons and Dragons in the palm of your hand with all the resources from the player's handbook and our dungeon modules available to you at affordable prices. Right now, we currently have a sale for 14% off as for Valentine's Day.
That's right.
I would have clipped that if it weren't for the
Make a
fact that
date
it
with
will not be
D&D
useful
Beyond.
to us after today with the sale.
Yeah.
But I do
know,
want to start giving thanks to them for some of this. Okay, so I have some things prepared, and I'm going to just get a couple of... This is the sort of game where, everything's going to be very random anyway. But anyways, speaking of random, just let me get everything pulled back up. So, we will officially begin. It is going to be a few hours after you've left Bugger. You do get the benefits of a long rest because he just happened to have some experimental elixirs. It's fortunately didn't make you do anything weird. It was just like having a small cup of coffee about 5 p.m. You're feeling good. You're not sleepy. You got all your energy back. And you are in a local tavern, as many adventurers tend to do. Spending some of your hard-earned money, getting to know each other a little better. This is not it's not a high-end bar. It's what I would call an adventurer's bar, which means that the bard up on stage kind of he's doing his thing. It's the sort of place where there's probably a bar fight going to happen some point tonight, because there's already one happening in the background.
All right. I got 15 gold here, so let's see how much. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Crap, I didn't get my bed in time. What do you want? Left guy or the right guy? Which one do you want?
Neither of them.
Come on!
You.
Have some
I think
fun.
it'll be you.
Yeah.
You should have been there.
Tempting. But I rather... Since I'm new here, I don't want to be known as the person that just brought into more utter destruction upon destruction. You know what I mean?
Do you think they're gonna be? Do you think they're going to remember this tomorrow?
You'll be surprised what people remember of Giles the Torah.
Well, I'm gonna get a drink. Or another. I don't know how many we've had yet, but I'm getting one.
Would you grab me one as well?
Yes.
Thank you.
So
Are we at a table, by the way, or are we at the bar?
you're at
or-
a table.
We're at a table.
Yeah. And
So I'm
you'll-
gonna get up.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to get up. It's
Thank God. Stuck to the chair forever.
yeah.
Everything is rugged terrain.
Making notes for later. Oh. So
Covering glue to chairs.
that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do that later. But
Give me some wheels. I'll make a wheelchair. Bugger, we have to go to Bugger now.
oh, okay. So yes, the bar fight's happening on the other side of the bar from you guys. So you're relatively safe in getting up and going for drinks.
All right, so it's a controlled area of the fight. Good.
I wouldn't say
Got it
that.
roped
It's
off.
just that it, like, it has spread out, but it's basically staying on that half. There's the half
Okay.
with tables, and then there's a half where the tables have become weapons.
All right, since I know like Tyler's paid attention to it, so who are the contenders of this fight?
It started off between just a couple of humans, one bumped into the other, but now
okay.
there's like 5 people involved.
Okay.
It's growing.
Okay.
So
Very
this
concerning.
This is not an organized fight. This is every time you bump into someone, they get brought into the fight. And now
Hey you, hey
just-
you, hey you.
you kind of remember who started it, but it also doesn't matter because those guys got knocked out just a second ago. But the fight's still going. So,
Good to know. So probably at the time Tyler thought there were 2 people. The moment there were like 3 more factories in there, it's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's not worth betting.
yeah. In fact, the guy who was taking bets got pulled into the fight, and someone is probably trying to steal his money right now.
The one guy I would have
Yeah.
trusted the most is now involved.
Yes, the bookie got hit by a chair, and someone is trying to steal the
Oh.
money. And now they're fighting over who's taking the purse.
Oh, okay. So Tyler's gonna keep an eye on that in case things get too out of control.
This is probably normal for this bar, which is why the bartender is able to just hand Anya her drinks, and he doesn't even seem to care. He's like casually dodges as a bottle flies by. It's old hat for him, and that's probably the more disturbing part. But
As I'm sure it would be.
yeah. And amongst all of this, there is a couple of robed figures that seem to be handing out pamphlets. They just sort of slide one onto your table, which is advertising for the all-you-can-eat battle buffet that is happening in the caverns beneath the city.
I'm gonna check the pamphlet for any sort of fine print.
All right, let's call that one an investigation roll.
Again, Giles is like full on zoomed in on this fight.
Yeah.
Because if it's like if it gets in the vicinity of the table, he will throw a punch.
18.
18. You don't see anything that's odd. This is just sort of it. Obviously, if they got a pamphlet for it, it must have happened before at some point. But apparently, it is just yeah, come, fight, eat, enjoy yourself.
I look over and I'm like, well, this does say all you can eat, but are we included in the all you can eat? Not judging anyone, I'm just saying, I've seen a thing or two because I've done a thing or two.
I will say you can make a perception on the guy who's handing out the pamphlets, but because of the chaos, I would have given you advantage for having that idea, but disadvantage for the fight.
Okay. Is that just sorry, what was that again you said?
That would be a perception check for the guy who's handing things out. Giles, what was your AC?
16.
Okay, a bottle just hit you in the head. You'll only take
I
1
just got a
point
14,
of
by the
bludgeoning
way.
damage. And what did you
Just
roll?
imagine
Six.
just like. Okay.
Sticks, what was your perception?
I just got a 14.
Oh, okay. The rogue figures are definitely not. I mean, they're humanoid, but they're not human or elf. There's a bit of a reptilian snout sticking out, and the physicality. They're definitely reptilian in some way, shape, or form. Giles, what were you doing about the bottle?
All right. Was it just I was just hit by a bottle, or did I see this bottle coming?
They rolled an 18, so I'm saying that it was enough to bounce off your head.
Oh, so. Oh yeah, it's at that moment, like accidental or not. If it's landed on head, it was somewhat intentional. So Giles is just like, all right, my turn.
Roll an athletics check.
Gladly. Oh my most. 23.
23.
Oh my gosh.
Giles, describe how you enter this battle. You know what a 23 would mean. Have at it.
The way I see it is, he's dealing with a herd of, basically, I don't want to assume gender here. A herd of guys, essentially. So rather than just simply pick a target, he's gonna find an empty table, flip it, and then kick it towards the herd of men.
And
Try to take out as many as he can.
I'm going to roll just for the C. Yeah. You just pancake them against the wall and basically put the fight out for the moment. The people who didn't get hit just kind of stop, look at the parted sea of chaos, and Giles just standing there. And then they all just put their tables back, sit down, and have a drink. The fight has been won.
Anyone else?
What's that?
That's what I thought.
Nope. So, Giles will get a free drink for that.
Dang.
Okay.
I knew I should have put in that bet before we started.
You
I know,
didn't
who
want to
won
play
there?
ball, my friend. You didn't want to play ball.
Wow, just ended the whole bar fight scene that quick. That's impressive.
So fast.
Dang. So, now that that's over, is anyone interested in going to this all-you-can-eat
Huh?
thing?
Why are we here if there's an all we need?
Well, the
'Cause we
the
didn't
battle
know
buffet
about
doesn't
the all-
start until midnight, and there is a map to where it is, so you have to like start in the sewers, but then you just go through the underground caverns. So
withheld this information from me. Why?
Not withhold it. You were throwing a
Throwing
table.
things at people.
Oh,
I just got the pamphlet not even 3 seconds ago, just as you were throwing the table.
my apologies. Sorry.
It's okay.
You know,
So what's the time about right now, by the way?
you would have a couple of hours if you want to go to that. So you can be heading off. You can have if there's anything you wanted to do to prep, I wouldn't suggest eating a lot before going to a buffet. That's always a bad idea.
Yeah.
If anything, you want to work up more of an appetite, which is probably what the battle is for. But if
It's over now.
yeah, but you can be headed on your way to that if you so choose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, let's head that way. Maybe if we get there before it starts, we could scope it out.
Yeah.
See if there's any suspicious traps.
All right.
Do we want to make sure we have rooms at a tavern or an inn before we go to this, so that we have a place
Use
to
her name,
crash
you'll
when-
get a nice room.
That won't be a problem. The way we're playing, I'm not gonna have that
Cool.
much strategy involved. All right. So
Just fall asleep on the side of the road. We're fine.
Oh, guys.
We didn't plan this, did we?
That's what the bedrolls are for.
Gileth, you got your table to throw at people? Cool. We're good.
One table to go, please.
they bring
it a
you
collapsible
the
one,
largest
so it's
piece of
easy
the
for
one
travel?
you kicked. It can now be your shield.
With my 18 strength, I imagine I can almost one-arm that thing.
It's more of just getting it through the door. But with an 18 strength, you
True.
can probably get it through the door by making the door larger.
Do we have any folding tables available for you to take?
A
Have a
gnomish,
minimize.
a gnomish
spell?
tinkerer pops
I
up
think
right
we
quick.
need
I
some
can
metal
handle
chairs
that.
for
And
that.
he puts
Yeah.
some hinges on it. Now you have a folding table.
I love that.
That's excellent.
Wait, one more thing. Just Gileth then takes out a knife and just marks his name to the table. There, property of Gileth. Just in case.
Now we always have a place to eat.
Adding table to inventory.
Always having a seat at arm's reach is good as well.
Yes.
What do you mean there's not a table I can add to this inventory sheet? I'll make one.
Make sure to
Wait,
emphasize
Improvised
it falls
weapon
down.
table.
Do we have to go through the does this pamphlet legitimately tell us we have to go through the sewers to get to this place?
It's just that that's the way to get to the caverns. The city
Okay.
was built on top of a whole bunch of caves and everything. So the caves kind of got turned into the sewer. That's just how you get there. So you are
Cool.
making your way according to the map, and Gileth now has a folding table strapped to its back.
Yes! Or tower shield if we want to be meta.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
This is the tower shield of eating.
Yes, I love it.
Oh my
All right,
God.
adding that.
Oh, just no, I don't have any tissues. Okay. Anyway, so you are making your way. You find it doesn't take you too long to find the big open cavern where the battle buffet will be taking place. And there's already a crowd of people around, but most of them are green lizard folk.
Huh.
And when you come in, they cheer
I'm not a fan
Wow.
of this.
Didn't see that coming.
and then they announce, with the gathering of our new. No, sorry, I'm gonna edit this part out. I'm gonna say that first. You come up to someone, that says, okay, for the contenders for the battle buffet, just enter through. There's a holding room. Just go in through the sign that says entree.
I brought a table for us to be eaten upon.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's a
The
very-
scene from The Lion King where Simone. Sorry, not, but like Pumbaa.
Oh, are you aching? Oh, it's the bacon.
Entree. That's a very non-Wildem way of spelling entry.
Oh, it's a lizard folk dialect, like
Mm.
entree, like enter, entree.
Ah.
vous.
I like Spanish. I
Huh.
got it.
And Giles starts walking.
Mm-hmm. just kind of eyes the lizard folk as he walks through the door, just like, oh god, oh no.
Well, you were the first to show up for the battle buffet, so that means that
Yes!
your turn will be coming up now.
Oh no.
Great.
And are you all going to fight together, or is this going to be one-on-one?
No.
Hey,
we
If
can
no
fight
one followed
together.
Giles,
It's
then
a
it will be
group one.
one-on-one.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we can fight.
Okay.
Joseph is just running as fast as he can to keep up with Giles, just like.
As he's literally skipping to his loo as he's going in the hallway.
In that case, everyone, roll initiative.
Excellent.
All right. So, did anyone get 20 or above?
Dirty 20.
Okay. Who doesn't want to work? Bless you, Pen. You're making me sad.
As we're walking in, following Joseph and Giles, like running in, Anya just leans over to Styx and is like, "Are we serious right now? This is what we're doing?"
Apparently.
19 through 15, anyone?
18.
Oh.
18.
The two ones not rushing into it.
We're just so casual, like,
Which means that you all just ran right past Giles as...
Yeah.
So, you see the... I just want to make sure I had this one set up right. Yes, this was the right one. Okay. So, you see your contender. A large lizard folk king.
You
this is
know,
terrifying.
He stands there with a trident in one hand, his claws in the other, which were his hands. A trident in one claw, claws on the other. As he says,
Holding his claws in his hand.
the porcupine.
"Let
Wait, let me
the
use some
battle
words, Steve."
buffet begin."
Hey!
Anya, you get the first turn.
Okay. I am going. So our enemy is this guy, this king, right?
Yes.
He's like right in front of us, essentially.
Yes,
Cool.
he is taking the
Um,
first battle.
Yeah. Magic missile.
Okay, roll that damage. That's an automatic hit.
Give me 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's a 4, a 2, and a 2, so it's a total of 8 damage.
Okay, so you shoot out these magical darts that just whiz around and just start hitting him. Styx, it is your turn.
Oh man. I'm gonna do. Let's see. Tasha's hideous laughter.
Okay, and that is the crown. Obviously, has to come off for the fight. That is a saving throw for him, I believe.
Yes, it's on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, and what does he need to roll? If it's above a 4, he fails.
Well,
Trent, your save is definitely above
yeah,
a 4.
I'm 13.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you say when you cast the spell?
You need to get a pedicure for your claws.
He kind of looks at his balls. You should try that. And what does Tasha's hideous laughter do besides make him laugh like a fool?
It becomes incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
Apparently, the spell rebounds
Get
on
back
him,
here.
So apparently.
so he doesn't get
You
an
know what the
action.
word is. It becomes prone, and it is unable to stand up for the duration. At the end of each turn, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. The target has advantage on the saving throw if it's triggered by damage. On a success, the spell ends.
Okay, so he falls down laughing, encapsulated by laughter.
Incapacitated.
Crown, you can
Joseph,
win.
the Lizard King is down. Is your
And
turn.
laughing.
And laughing.
I grab my rope and I tie him up.
Okay, we're gonna. He is still laughing, but so go ahead and make a dexterity check. Sleight of hand for tying the rope around him.
For rope. Just put the table on top of him.
That'll work.
I got a 9.
Okay.
Oh.
No!
He got significantly higher on a strength check, so whenever you try, even though he's laughing, he can still just break the rope. Gyleth, Joseph is trying to tie up the laughing Lizard King.
That look.
A moment of just like,
I don't want to interfere with your plan, but what's the plan before I use sword?
Just use sword.
Just
Use
use
sword, yay!
No, don't use sword!
Don't use sword. Sword down. Sword up, sword down. Which one is it?
Crown? Pick up crown.
Sword down.
Crown up. Crown up.
Crown up, sword down. Left,
Crown
right,
up,
left,
sword down,
right.
crown head. Crown head.
Crown on head. Crown on head.
Become new king.
Become new king.
You are king.
I'm king.
Order others to tie up old king.
Brothers, with me. I am your new champion.
You got the crown?
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
please.
What if he sets the table down and stands on it? Can he get advantage that way?
If he stands on the table, I will give him a flat check.
All right.
Stand on the table.
That'll be 18.
18. The lizard folk are like, new king. The king gets his save. He rolls a 14 to stop laughing as he stands up and shouts out, "No, that is not the way of things. We must battle."
Have it your way.
Oh no.
So we have King Gyleth and former King Lizardman. Anya, it is now your turn.
Okay.
This is why you compel a duel with no level of magic.
Oh, I'm willing to let this be a duel, but that's sort of up to the rest of the group too.
I'm casting Mind Sliver on the Lizard King, and he needs to be an intelligence save of 12.
He got a natural 20.
Ooh.
Then he takes no damage.
You suffered a.
But as a bonus action, no, I won't. Nope, I don't.
He suffered a slight tickle down his spine.
No, as a bonus action, I'll cast telepathy on him, and in his mind, speak in a super menacing voice. Well, I can't do a menacing voice.
I
so
got
I'll
you.
do-
Just give me the line.
You feel it, Mr. Krabs?
We're gonna. I'm gonna say, stand down if you want your people to live.
All right, make an intimidation check for me, Anya.
Intimidation check. You got it. Nope. That's not an intimidation check. Here we go. It's a 12.
Okay. He certainly starts to look very concerned about where that voice came from. Styx, I will give you advantage on your action because he's trying to figure out where the voices are coming from.
I'm gonna cast Crown of Madness.
Okay.
Give him a new crown. Yes.
I believe that's a save for him again.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. What save does he need to make?
It is the Wisdom of 13 again.
Okay, he failed.
So, because of the fact that he failed, he is now charmed by me for the duration. While the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head and a madness glows in its eyes. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose.
Okay.
The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if none of it are within its reach. So I'm gonna have it attack its fellow.
The problem is that you guys are basically in a cavern-like gladiatorial setting where it's just you and him and everyone else is sort of in the stands.
He goes for the stands. Go for the stands.
Can I just have him charge towards the stands then?
On his turn, he will charge toward the stands.
Excellent.
Joseph.
Joseph's just going to prep getting out his ball bearings from his pack.
Okay.
Are you planning an escape? Because you're just like, where is this going?
That's probably not a bad plan.
Just-
Okay.
It's like, I had a plan. This is not of the plan. No
Gila.
plan.
I think that's saying it lightly.
Gilith, you have your crown. You had the king's crown. The king just got a twisted crown. What is your action?
Brothers, the tyrant is off to attack his former people. Defend yourselves!
Make a persuasion at advantage.
Because it's that moment, like, he is using this to every avail. Thank goodness for that advantage. That was a 1. And that was not that much better. That was a 4.
Ooh.
I guess I'm only talking to common folk, and they were just defend ourselves.
Yeah. So the king does take off running towards the crowd, and let's just give him a check to see how he does. He jumps towards the crowd, and because of their save against their roll against the against Gila's persuasion, they're just crowd surfing the king around.
Great.
So
You're so great, you guys.
He's trying to stab with his pitchfork, but they sort of flipped him up and they're just carrying him around as they carry him to the back and throw him out of the group. And they now say,
So he's gone.
King Gileth! King Gileth!
It's that moment, like, Gila was expecting, like, a full-on, like, horde of people at his command, ripping him to shreds, and just sees that display, and is just like...
And now...
Not what I meant, but yay to my people!
Yay! Now we eat!
What are we eating?
The others! And then they charge your friends, Gileth.
No!
Yay! And
Tell
here
them
the
to stop.
That moment where he just looks to his friends.
Now's a good time to run.
because
That's
about a dozen lizard folk are running at you, ready to start the feast with their king.
Oh,
Run, run, please, run.
Yeah, let's run. Here we go.
I'm going to
Oh.
throw before we with this. I'm going to throw the 1,000 ball bearings onto the ground towards the mass of people running at us.
Okay, you do that, and
Make 400 dex saves.
I just rolled. Yeah, the front line's going to fall down. Then there's going to be a lot of chaos. You have time to start running.
yeah.
Go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Grab
'cause I
people
imagine,
and
like,
go.
like full on Scooby-Doo running. It's like,
We're dealing with beast up people. We're dealing with beast up people. Run, 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 run.
Go, 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 go.
Okay, so who is taking the lead? I will let them make a survival check for navigating the caverns.
Put Gilithan back, if anything, because if anything. he can
Okay, I
fight
can
off.
see in the dark. I'll take the lead.
Okay.
Let's see. You said a survival check?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's actually, I don't have a horrible survival map.
Yep. What's that face? What's that face? What's
That
that
was
face?
a nat
What's that-
1
So
for a total of 3.
in the panic of running from the crowd of hungry lizard folk,
Yeah, sounds about right.
you start taking whatever turns you can see. You
I
remember?
can see in the dark, she says.
I mean, not wrong.
Yeah.
I can see in the dark. I can see where the turns are.
So, okay, to sort of montage this is basically that Scooby-Doo chase where you run from one passageway, come out another, lizard folk are coming through a different passageway and in through another. And at one point, Gilith is leading the lizard folk, then he's running from the lizard folk, then you all gather in the same cavern, get confused, scared, and all run off in separate directions. This will go on for a few minutes, but finally, the four of you have lost the lizard folk, and you're now just
And ourselves.
roaming through the caverns, completely lost. Much like this campaign I planned out, we are now lost in the Undercity.
I
Oh,
imagine we're
no.
like exhausted, like meeting up each other, catching our breath.
Yes.
Everybody in this group can see in the dark, though, right?
Yes.
Nope.
You can't?
I'm human.
All right, you're
I'm
human.
human.
You're human.
Oh. So
You just have
hopefully.
this human walking around with a hooded lantern that's lit, just kind of like, yeah. Everybody else can see in the dark, can't they? Yeah.
A little bit. Little bit.
If you like, I can cast light for you.
Don't worry about it. I've got enough oil for a while.
Kyle,
Put
your
light in his
camera is
lantern
freezing
despite
up
him.
just a little bit. Could you try turning your bandwidth down just a touch? It should be under the camera settings. I don't know if that'll help, but you just pause up for like a couple seconds.
Let me just see about turning off video receiving.
Right.
Do you still see me?
Yeah, I can still see you.
Okay, so
Okay.
that should have freed up some bandwidth.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it'll be much, and you still look fine, except that you're squinting. I assume that's because you're trying to see.
Glasses. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just want to get this in. As we're like roaming these tunnels, I'm like catching my breath because we've just sprinted all of this. I'm like, this is why, for future notes, if a random pamphlet is handed to us, we ask around about it before just wandering off in its direction.
What are you talking about? It worked out fine.
Also, maybe question signs for entry that say entree. They're spelled differently.
But he said it was this common dialect. It's easy to misinterpret.
He did say dialect, and you know what's in dialect? Die.
Oh. Right.
And then lect, which could be translated to licked, which is what people do to their fingers after they've had a big meal.
That makes loads of sense. Thank you for that knowledge.
Yes.
Sticks, I'm giving you inspiration for all of that. That was just So
Thank you.
inspiration means that at your choosing, you get advantage on something. So you're all exhausted.
And maybe like a survival check.
Yes. It's late. You've been running for hours. You finally lost the lizardmen, but you still have King Gilith with you. Maybe that'll come in advantage somewhere. Be sure to add cheap crown, because
Yes.
this was lizard folk, so their crown was sort of made out of driftwood.
It's either tin or driftwood. I imagine of the sorts.
I imagine that they kind of like carved the crown out of driftwood.
That's so, like sort of impressive though.
Yeah. Oh, it's a nice looking one. It's just not made out of gold. So
Alas.
you're walking around, and you see a light coming from one of the caverns up ahead.
A light coming from one of the caverns up ahead. Should we go towards it?
My
I
other
don't
characters would go,
remember.
"Hello?"
I don't remember getting stabbed, so it might be a good thing or a bad thing.
Maybe we should have our rogue sneaky person go up ahead.
Yep. Yeah, because, me being human, I have more of a delicacy, and if they decide to eat me, at least you guys can run off.
We appreciate the sacrifice, but we'd come after you.
All
You
right.
are a valuable member of our team.
It's at this point that that Joseph looks between Anya and Styx, and then just lets out a little sigh as he develops a telepathic connection between the two of them, and in their heads they can hear him go, "All right, but because I'm scouting ahead, we're doing it my way."
Very valid. Very valid.
Who are you talking to?
We're not talking to anyone. Just the people
Oh,
who...
give me the silent treatment, huh?
No.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. So I like to imagine that as you were getting ready to walk, realized you couldn't see, and had to point the light ahead of you. So you're sneaking with your lantern pointing forward. Go ahead and make a perception check.
19.
God.
Woo!
Okay. So as you're sneaking forward, you're being very careful about this, but the light makes it easy for you to see as a pair of glowing eyes appears in the distance.
Mm.
And then another pair. And another pair. As 3 cats kind of walk out, look at you, and then walk into the room with the light.
What are you seeing? What are you seeing right now?
Cats.
Cats.
3
It's a
cats.
musical?
No.
A 2-hour
No.
long
Can
movie
you
that was so
bring
disappointed?
No. If it was that, I would be definitely questioning what happened back there with the crowd. But I'm just going to scout a bit further ahead and see what's going on.
Okay. So as you sneak forward, you see that the cats are all apparently coming in, and they have bowls of milk, and you see a robed figure who is just, and here you go, Mittens, and here you go, Dale. No, you can't have Mittens' milk. This is your milk. And then the figure turns around, and you are staring into the glowing skeletal face of a lich. Oh, hello there. I wasn't expecting guests. Milk? Or perhaps tea? And he trundles over and puts a kettle on the fire. I have a lovely orange lemon I've been dying to try. And he's preparing tea.
Dying. Get it?
Like the dialect I've learned.
Yeah, I'm just relaying this information to Anya and Styx, As I come into the room and just nod gently, I'll have milk, please.
Oh, of course. And he pours you a saucer of milk and sets it down. Because
Hopefully
On
not
the
on
table
floor.
or on the ground?
The same thing. We were thinking the same thing.
he set this one on the table.
Because I was gonna say, like, near the table.
just going to gently pick up the saucer and just start sipping from it, and then tell the others, "It's a lich. Come on in."
I look
Just-
over
just-
at Jyleth. I say, Jyleth, listen, there's someone in there, and you must be respectful, especially since you're now a king. Kings have to show respect as well in order to gain respect.
Huh?
So try to be kind. And there's also cats in there.
Kind and cats, okay?
Kind and cats.
Kind and cats, kind and cats, kind and cats.
Anya, shall we?
We shall.
Kind and cats, kind and cats, kind and cats.
We come into the room.
I lean over and I put my hand on Jyleth's shoulder. I'm like, you don't have to say it.
But that's how I remember things. Say it out loud. Kind and cats, kind and cats.
Okay.
Look, you all
It might
enter
freak them out a
and
little.
wearing dusty green and purple robes, fixing up a pot of tea is the lich. As he turns around and sees you all, "Oh, I wasn't expecting more guests. I'll, tea?" And he will bring out a tea set and start preparing tea. I have
Certainly, thank you.
milk
Thank you.
and sugar, and I had some honey around here. And he starts digging around in shells.
Just give me a moment. Okay. Kind and cats.
Thank you.
Thank
Smells
you very
lovely.
much.
Oh, you are very welcome. And then he sees Giles. "Oh, my lord, I wasn't expecting you here today. Tea?"
Yes, good sir and or madam. I am King Jyleth, who do I the honor of speaking visiting, I should say, upon this evening.
Oh, I am. He kind of turns, sees a can of candy that says Simpkins on it.
Simpkins.
You can call me Simpkins, your lord.
Oh,
Lord Gileth, it has been so long. I'm so honored to have you here in my humble abode once again.
yes, it definitely has been some time. I was just in the neighborhood, and I thought I'd just drop by, and hopefully we're not intruding on anything.
Oh, of course not, my lord. You are always welcome, of course. Let me get you the finest tea set we have. And he only has the one, so he sets it out. He's pouring tea, pours himself a cup, starts to drink.
Oh, how are
Nice.
things been? How are the kids? I guess your furry kids, I should say.
Oh, no, the cats, they're not mine. They just live here.
Oh, so like so they're like your tenants.
Well, more like roommates. Or maybe
Oh.
they own the place. I don't remember who was here first.
Oh, no worries, no worries. There's no different how is even the ways of taxes either way. I'm joking.
So,
I say something that's killing me here.
so Simpkins. My name is Styx. It is surely a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
However, I do just have a question.
Yes.
We are actually lost. Do you happen to know a way to the surface?
Oh, yes, you just go straight up. And he points at the rocks above.
Hmm. You're not wrong. I'll give you that. Do you know an easier way to the surface? Perhaps walking there instead of having to go through solid objects?
Oh, I believe I had a map around here, and he's looking around, and then oh, yes, here it is. He pulls out a map that's got a big clawed hole in it, and he's kind of looking through it. Dale apparently was using the map, and he kind of looks at one of the cats. I will be working on a new one. I remember the way. I have perfect recall of these sorts of things. So he's like, please, enjoy the tea. And he pulls out some paper and starts drawing.
I look over at Anya. Do you think these cats come from the surface?
It might.
I may have
Can you
picked
talk
up
to them?
a spell or two where I can, yes, speak with them.
Maybe you should try.
Try and speak to the cats. Yes, I mean that's why I learned it. Sir Simpkins.
Yes.
Would it be all right if I spoke to the cats?
Oh, sure. They have been a little. And he just kind of does that, So please, go right ahead.
Yes. Rawr. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Speak with Animals. Are you? The spell is a creature of your choice that you can see within range, perceives everything. No, that's not insidious laughter. Not Speak with Animals.
Probably should not cast that
The
on the
cats
cat.
are just rolling
Come on, I want to
the
see.
floor.
I want to see how cat laughs.
Okay, I gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration.
Okay.
The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to do a small favor for you, at the GM's discretion, of course.
Okay.
So, Simpkins, what is the name of this cat?
He starts going on. That is Mittens, and that is Whiskers, that is Dale, and there's like 7 of them. So.
Oh.
Hello, Mittens. Me and my friends are wondering if you could possibly help us get to the town center or a tavern nearby.
And Mittens kind of looks up at you and says, there is food here.
Yes, there's very good food here. And as a thank you, if you lead us to a tavern, I will buy you as much food as you would like and help you get back to Simpkins so that he can feed you even more food again.
Mittens just kind of looks at you like, but the food is already here.
Yes. And I look over at Anya. Mittens here is not interested in taking us since there is food here. Whiskers, would you by chance be interested?
And Whiskers just looks up and he's like, what's a tavern?
Try saying the surface.
The surface, it's a building
Light.
on the surface.
Ah, yes. There's lots of buildings on the surface.
Do you know how to get to any of the buildings on the surface?
Yes, you just follow the passage.
The passage. I am unaware as to where this passage is.
Oh, it's
Where
the one
is-
that smells like me.
Meat.
No, me. It smells like
Me.
cat.
Oh, it smells like cat. Okay, that's very different. I'm like meat. Delicious.
Well, this probably is the first time you're talking to a cat, right?
Yeah. Let's go with yes.
Oh, great.
Um,
I've spoken with many cats. in my youth.
But did they respond to you? Or did you just sit there and go, my life? Not great.
Well, I can't think of a way to find out how you smell so that I can then track this smell. Dale was the last cat's name?
He's the last one I had a name handy for. I didn't expect you to talk to all 7 cats, so I've got their names somewhere.
Only one of them will give us an answer.
But
I do have a list of names I can start
Tell me
looking
where the
for.
surface is. Tell me where the
Oh,
surface
don't
is.
strangle the
Tell
cat,
me where
Charlotte.
the-
Charlotte, don't strangle the cat.
Oh. So you want to talk to Dale?
Third
I would
time's
love
a
to
charm,
talk
right?
to Dale.
Okay. Dale, you asked the same question. Which way is the surface?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. Now that I'm looking
Keyword,
for, I
can
just,
you take us to the
Yeah,
surface?
can you take us to the
Be
surface
like,
today, please?
Sorry, I'm pulling up the whole list of cat names now.
oh, I love it.
Patricia, Thomas.
No,
Please tell me one is
Meow.
Snoop Boonhauer.
There's
Please
Simmy, there's Simmy, Twinkles, Muffin, Dale, Milton, Paws, Mittens, and Patricia.
Patricia,
Sorry, did I hear mittens twice?
get it together, honey.
No, Muffin and
Oh,
Milton.
muffin. I'm sorry. I thought it was like there's 2 mittens.
Oh, Dale
I
just
wouldn't-
says, you get to the surface by going to the surface. There is no need to be led to the surface. You just go there.
He just basically gave us a follow your nose wherever it goes prodigy.
Well, thank you for your help. I do appreciate it.
He kind of looks at you like, you are limited creatures.
Yes, very much so.
I know, Joseph, you said you were drinking the milk. Did everybody else drink tea?
I had tea.
I think I had tea. I think I had tea with milk in it.
Anya?
Oh, someone's being fancy.
you
I'm
drinking
so
the tea?
sorry.
Yeah, I've been drinking
Right
the
out,
tea. I
Texas
even
King,
have a
hey?
prop.
So when you finish off your tea, written at the bottom of your teacup, it says, you've been poisoned. I need everybody to make constitution rolls.
We would be
Please
poisoned.
be novelty mugs. Please
This
be
is a-
novelty mugs.
Oh,
Oh, no,
right,
it's be
Constitution.
constitution save, so you get to add your, if you have a proficiency for the save.
Huh. I don't think I don't know.
21.
Oh
King
That's a
Gyleth
5.
is unaffected by this.
Someone's very unfancy
That's a
me.
5.
I dare
A
you
5?
to do-
13.
13. Styx and Anya, you
it's
have
a
been
lich,
poisoned.
guys.
You've been
We're having
poisoned for
dr-
the next hour, which just means that you have disadvantage on your attacks and your checks. But you do feel a little queasy.
Not a fan.
And
Not a
Simpkins
fan.
comes over with a very detailed map. I mean, like, there's annotations and landmarks. And he kind of looks at it like, oh, are you not feeling well? Was the milk bad? You need some ginger tea. And he starts making another batch of tea.
No, really, it's okay. We appreciate it. Thank you for the map. Tea. I don't know that we need
No,
any
I'm
more
We're
tea.
good. We're good. But
On
thank
tea.
you for the hospitality, Simpkins.
Oh, you are most welcome, my king. And let's just see. Yeah, he looks at the cup and is like, oh my gosh, you've been poisoned.
Yeah, we have.
Yes.
Yes, these are very good novelty mugs, I will say. You almost got me.
Oh, who would have poisoned the tea? And he's running around getting things. He's like,
Like this week, just
There.
like basically in the
someone
cupboard,
has
like,
tried to
throwing things up.
assassinate the king.
Just for the heck of it, Do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
I might. It's a 10.
He seems very concerned about the fact that that someone has poisoned you and tried to kill the king.
Okay, telepathically, I say to Styx, I'm like, maybe he's just simple-minded. Let's maybe
Leave.
get out of here as soon as possible.
Well, thank you so much for your kindness and your hospitality. We'll be needing a hospital soon, maybe, because we have been poisoned. But I believe we should be going. The king does have a meeting, so we must escort him.
Make a deception at advantage.
Are you playing the role of the advisor now?
Hey, who's the one who got you that crown in the first place?
I know. He told me put crown on head, sword down. Crown. No,
Well, I'm really glad I have advantage because that's a nat 1. But with my advantage, I got a 19.
19. Like, oh, of course, I would not wish to keep you from. And he hands you all some little vials. Like, these will help you to feel better, though. But please do come again. We have so few visitors down here, except for that one guy I disintegrated a couple of hours ago. I hope he wasn't your friend.
No,
I
we're
kept
all
his
accounted
dust
for.
here, and he pulls out a jar of dust.
I'll take that.
We can add
Not
water
Infinity War
to it.
It's the Infinity War flashbacks for me.
No worries. We will make sure it is put in a proper place. But again, thank you.
You are
Yes,
welcome.
again, thank you. Okay, guys, let's go.
Adding ashes of friend.
It's the old Lizard King.
Yeah, just add water. He'll be fine.
Of
That
course.
old Doritos commercial where they sprinkle the ashes.
Thanks for bringing back that memory.
And if
we
you
followed
use the map, you can find your way back to the surface with no harm. He even makes notes about something lives over here. The cats go this way, but the passage is too small for people. So it's like cat passage, human passage.
Oh,
That's very convenient.
So you now have a map that will
So
lead you
convenient.
around quite a bit of the caverns under the city. He was very thorough.
wow.
That's great. Did he mark where his place was so we don't ever have to go back there?
Yes, he did.
I imagine he used special ink on that one.
Yeah. He wrote down Dale's home.
Yeah, we see like all the holes of where the cats come from. It's the most detailed part of the map.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was my friendly Lich Simpkins. He's in all my games.
I love
Love
it.
Oh.
Love him.
So friendly, he wants to kill you, so you join him.
No, that's just an accident. He keeps forgetting that it's a poison tea set. He was supposed to remove the curse a long time ago, but he forgot.
Do we still have the teacups, by the way? Did anyone bring theirs? Jyleth, did you take yours as a memento?
I do not take property that does not properly belong to me. Put this crown away. He honestly would not think like, oh, I need this.
No, that's completely. I was just curious, you know.
Yeah.
Simpkins
No, I
is always a
just- I
gracious
set it down
host.
as soon as
He
I-
just forgets that, one of his jobs was to remove curses from objects, but then he got distracted over the centuries, and he never removed the curse.
Maybe the cats could have been a factor.
So we will call today's session right there. You completely ignored everything I had planned, and now Jyleth rules the lizard folk.
You know? Gotta love
Like his
D&D,
advisor,
right?
Of course. Don't worry, Jyleth. I'm here for you.
King Jyleth,
Of
advisor
course, as my
Styx.
of course, my advisor.
So thank you so much for joining us once again, and thank you for
Yes.
Sirenscape for providing
Does-
some of the
Does
ambiance.
this
for the
mean that
show.
I'm captain of spies? Yeah.
Yes.
No, you're the person that's gonna stab me in the back and take the crown. You become new king.
Why are we planning coups already? What is
No.
happening?
That
Why is the king planning his own coup?
we will answer that question and ask so many more next time here on Trick Roll.
I love it. Bye.
Farewell.
Okay. And I say, we take 5 minutes and we can do another session. That one should have been about an hour.
I think it was almost exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was weird.
That was so much fun.
That was brilliant.
When it
That
was, I take
You
the
rolled
crown,
with it
I was
so
like,
well.
I know where this is going, and I love it.
You did a great job.
But it's like sword up, no sword down, sword up, sword
Crown
down,
up,
no
crown
sword
up,
down,
crown
crown
down,
up.
Crown up.
King now.
King now.
The one thing I didn't
that.
expect was that you would try to talk, the crowd into joining you, but then through a combination of all those roles, they weren't really convinced to attack the king, but then when
Yeah.
the king rolled so badly to attack them that it just became a mosh pit, and they were like, "Yay, new king! Eat the people!"
Eat the people.
That's when I knew.
God,
It's
I love
like any other character would be like, "No, stop!" And try to reason with them, but it's like, "We're dealing with beast nut people. We're dealing with beast nut people."
And
So, yeah.
the funny thing to me is right after I had my conversation with Robert about, style of game, show and everything, I was thinking, we're basically the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. And then we had a Scooby-Doo chase.
Yes.
That nat one. Oh my god.
I
That's why, at
know.
least in that moment where it's like grateful to feed
You-
the mind, because imagine if you had like the whole arena drawn out and all these details. We're in there like for like 5 minutes and we're out.
I
We're
know.
barely in there.
I've been there
Like,
before.
now. Like,
That's why I like
this is
theater
how
of
they
the
feel.
mind.
Yeah.
I was
think
like,
we did
okay,
that too.
here's like a 4-on-1 fight. Here's if Gilus goes solo. And then it's like, we're just going to ignore combat because a couple of tricky bard spells and stealing the crown.
What?
Liza's spells. Granted.
Me?
Yeah, Liza's
What do
spells
you
never do
mean?
that.
Yeah. Liza is, the way I've always said it, and this is something I've learned, the dice know the story better than what we could plan.
Yeah.
All right. But
If-
let's just take a minute because I'm going to go grab a drink and quick
Oh, yeah.
bio break, and we can do something else for a second session because it's only 3:30. That worked out very well.
Look at us, guys.
I don't know
We're
what'll
killing
come
it.
next.
Mhm.
Then again, I don't know what's going to happen when I make a plan, so it all works.
Again with my tower shield of eating, ashes of friend, and crown of lizard folk added to inventory in one session.
I'm very impressed with all that you've managed to gain to your inventory.
I know he's.
It's so impressive.
I'm just happy that for
We have a
once a rogue got to
table.
use the giant ball, the giant bag of ball bearings.
I know because
Yes.
that's why I didn't. That's why they were like, okay, this could actually turn into a huge fight with common lizard folk, which are relatively weak, but a dozen of them definitely would have been a challenge. No,
Yeah.
they just tripped over each other.
Yeah.
Now the king's just chasing you around
So-
with his trident, trying to get his crown back.
Now imagine their perspective. It's like, oh, the king is chasing the people. Let's join our king.
Yes. And that's why it all just sort of devolved into, like you bump into each other, you both scream and run away.
I was
held a-
really tempted to cast sleep on the crowd, but then I thought that could go really, really poorly for all of us.
Uh,
But the genius idea of throwing down the ball bearings,
Yeah.
I think that really did save the butts of us.
Not my
you probably would
survival
have put
checks,
a few of the
though.
lizard folk to sleep with sleep.
Okay.
But anyway, I'll be right back, and we can figure out what's going to be the second session. 'Cause-
Cool.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab a quick vape break and grab myself some water.
All right, I'm gonna get a change of shirt to give the illusion that we are filming this on a different day.
Ooh, same here. Yeah.
I can't wait until we get the artwork because I would love to animate the Scooby Doo esque chase. Well, like I said, I had random ideas. I didn't think you guys would get a map from Simpkins, so I was like, oh, maybe there'll be like a sewer adventure because I thought Simpkins would be the second after a fight. Um, I'm certainly open to ideas about what you guys might do next because
Oh man.
you don't have to stay in the city, obviously.
Because mostly this kind of group is just like where it's mostly been, and from what I feel like is basically they're wait for like opportunities. They're not because a lot of us seem like a lot of us don't have like personal objectives or
Yeah.
have like motives until an opportunity presents itself. So at least that's what I've seen so far. It just
Yeah,
works like,
that's sort of the way I've felt about it. Is you
so
know,
if we don't have like objective, we find one.
yeah,
I'm back. She's on her way.
okay.
I
Yeah.
changed also.
I was just trying to figure out like what the second session of the day might be because you kind of very quickly took care of some of the things. I mean, I'm happy to like make things up on the fly. I've done it before, but I
The only
figured
thing I can imagine is just like upon like thing would be like if there's still those pamphlets out, be like claiming them.
I was gonna say that might be something you would have done,
Or
in
at least report,
downtime.
or start the session of we report of these pamphlets going out. So just like the next day starts, of we just see the guards like with hands full.
I'm definitely going to include that in
Yeah.
I figured this would be a few days later, so I
Yeah.
was like, that's something I will describe. I bought this like a year ago. I'm so glad I got to finally use it.
Because the way I kind of say like the flow of the show, I think it really works where it's like there's a conflict and the conflict's resolved by the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Unless it's like something overarching, of course.
I figured there's always a chance we'll do something overarching, but I would actually have to like write something out. So for the most
Brianna
part,
and I can get you our backstory. I just
Yeah.
got super sidetracked, but we could get you ours, which could probably have an overarching thing if you wanted.
we'll probably do that at some point, like a few more slightly connected adventures. But for now, like I said, I had the battle buffet. I was prepared for Giles to jump into the bar brawl, and he just rolled a lot better than I expected.
That moment where it's just like I'm so happy to bring back my big dumb strong boy back.
He's so much fun. Okay.
All he is just like the muscle, but also like
Yeah.
but chaotic to a point.
Yeah, like I said, that was just a nice random session, which all sessions should be like that, I think. Okay, other than, making sure that all the Battle Buffet pamphlets got picked up, would you guys have done anything particular with your downtime? I'm just trying to get where you are next.
I'm gonna try and get some better armor because I don't have the gold for it, but I can definitely try and get some.
You
Yeah,
can
I
always
imagine-
just take some jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine just Giles has just like put a name for himself as King Giles. So if like the tavern that he was in, there's just a poster of him, just
Yes.
like almost Gaston like is.
I imagine that you actually hired an artist to paint one for you.
Oh, I'll gladly pay an artist to do that. Just the King Giles approves
Yeah.
kind of a poster.
I'm not actually going to charge you the gold for it. I just, I just like that. Yes, you got somebody.
Or to say that the tavern owner paid the artist to do that.
I imagine that you were just like so enthusiastic that you scared the guy into doing it for you. It's like you weren't trying to threaten him. You were just
It's
like,
like
I need this portrait. He's like, yes, sir, whatever.
the world needs to see.
Okay, we might need to play that moment out.
Not a problem. I'm for that.
Okay, do you guys have anything you would have done with your downtime? I figured
I would've-
Joseph's probably going to look for money jobs because he needs
Mhm.
armor.
Yeah.
So
I definitely probably should get some better armor as well.
okay, so sounds like an
I would have
adventure for
found
money.
books.
Yeah.
I would have wanted to find a place to get some books and some good food because
Okay,
don't think we ate anything at the tavern other than
Also,
drinking.
did we like rest? So
Yes,
like our spells and stuff.
you've had a full rest. In between each session, go ahead and give yourself a full rest. I don't care, unless I just say, not to, because
Unless it's like a to be continued, and we're
yeah,
like
Yeah.
continue where
because
on that
9 times out
bookmark.
of 10, we're just here for the fun of it. I'm trying to give you fun challenges, but I'm not trying to kill you.
Yeah.
We
That comes
appreciate
in,
it.
that comes in season 2.
Yeah. And also, if it's not already apparent, a Jylith has an ego, so it's that moment where like he's
That was
full of
before he got a
himself.
crown.
Yeah, he was full of himself before the crown. Now it's just like, oh, he's gonna show that.
Yeah, just because Joseph now sees ball bearings as having use, he's got like 3,000 of them on him.
Oh
at
my
any given
God.
time.
All right. Let me just kind of jump into the encounter and see what is a good challenge area for you guys.
I can imagine if someone's like, Jylith, you gotta put away the crown. We're going to a very respectful person. You dare command your king?
Like-
For heaven's, Jylith, you don't put around the crown. No, it's my crown. I earned the crown. I told you to pick up the crown. Yeah, but it's mine now.
Okay.
This is our party member. He's a little crazy.
My crown.
He wears a
My
crown.
crown. Nice and cats. Nice and cats.
He won one fight.
Yeah.
He won one little fight, and we all got scared because they
scared.
put the crown on his head, and we all had to be there.
Listen, it's gonna come in handy. I know it.
Okay. So let's go ahead and start the second session. I'm just going to keep recording like I have been. Make sure all the settings are still good.
Alrighty.
Yep, everything looks fine here. So, welcome back, everybody, to Trick Roll. Last time, the party went to the all-you-can-eat battle buffet, which turned out to be a spectacle for lizard folk who are known for eating what they kill. And the party went up against the king. There was no fight. A couple of well-placed spells. Jylith wound up with the crown, convinced everyone, can use a spell to get the king to attack his people, who just mosh pit crowd surfed him out. And then there was a chase sequence and an encounter with an insane lich called Simpkins and his cats. But after he accidentally poisoned you with tea, drew you a map to get out of the city. And so it's been a few days since then. You've been in the city. Most of you are looking for paying jobs because you need gold for things. Jylith, however, had a different goal. Jylith, what were you up to?
So, as the king, I felt it was proper for a portrait to be presented. And what better way to first be the very place where I made impact here? At that tavern, I want a portrait of King Jylith approves right on front. Are you game?
Make the appropriate role for this artist that you're speaking to. You're very enthusiastic, I imagine. So
Yes.
it can be persuasion or it can be intimidation, depending on how much energy you're putting into
the way
this.
I see it, in Jylith's head, it is persuasion,
Mhm.
but the sword is out, so
Oh Lord.
Let's go with intimidation.
so he's just like casually like, so I'm thinking, and it's just like almost swinging like motions.
Yes, please make an intimidation roll for this.
17.
Yes, sir. I will paint you a portrait, sir, and we will hang it over the mantle of that tavern, which is actually named that tavern.
Yay!
So let me just do a quick roll for him. He put all of his terrified energy into this painting.
Ah, yes.
But Giles, I also want an athletics check for you to hold still the model for the painting.
Ooh.
Gladly.
I can't believe we're going through this. 14.
14. Okay. Oh, that's an easy pose to hold. So yes, there is now a grand painting of Gilith, with the driftwood crown, standing on a throne surrounded by lizard folk, as the story was told to this artist.
Very good detail.
That tavern keep has agreed to hang the painting above the fireplace for all to see.
I cannot believe this.
And you come
I-
in and you see Giles posing below his own painting at that tavern.
What do you think?
It's great. Did you pay the man for his
Nope.
troubles?
Hmm.
Where is he?
Somewhere.
He is actually he's off to the side. People are actually congratulating him on the great painting, and he's doing this is the one time when exposure worked out for an artist. Because even though he was
The
absolutely
one
terrified,
time.
because he didn't ask for money because he was scared of the Dragon Man, but it worked out for him because people are actually talking to him, and so
Okay, well, I'm going to go over and just to help his exposure a
Mhm.
little more, I'm going to walk over to him and say, "Thank you for painting that picture of my friend. I'm sure the way he asked was not the best." And I'm going to lay it like in full view of everybody so that they know that his work is worth commissioning. I'm going to lay 10 gold pieces on the table
oh, he
for
thanks
him.
you repeatedly and it's like, so the lizard folk aren't going to eat me?
No, they shouldn't.
Oh, thank you.
If they
Thank
do,
you.
you have Giles' number and ours.
If they eat him, just call from the inside stomach.
If you are a loved one, if they
Can I
try
get some help
to,
here?
if you hear rumblings,
Have you
call
been
us.
eaten by lizard folk? Call King Gilith.
He's he's behind all this.
Oh, okay. That's definitely not going to be used anywhere. Call King Gilith. If you were
He's
eaten
a
by
call
lizard
King
folk.
Giles. Hey, King Giles!
Oh,
I look over at Anya and I'm like, I'm wondering whether or not I should continue to be his advisor, but maybe I should give you the honor of the position instead.
I don't know if I want to be his advisor. You're the one who kept him alive in the middle of that fight.
That's
I mean,
fair.
I'm sure he stood his own, but probably
just-
needs some help.
He didn't even get a commission for me or anything. Him.
Well, I could commission the guy if you want a
Could
painting
commission.
done.
No, it's okay. I don't necessarily want my face being shown around, anyways.
That's true. We're far from home, though. I don't think it'd matter,
Agreed.
but probably best to stay on the safe side.
You know how word travels.
It's true.
Oh my
Pictures
God.
sometimes
guys-
too.
Why don't you guys want anything coming back home?
We have
No
a surprise.
reason. We do.
Plans.
That's yes, surprises. Yep.
Surprising thoughts.
In the meantime, ale,
Ale.
mead,
Mead. Armor.
books.
Yes. Armor, books, and vast amounts of shiny things that can be procured from oppressors of this fair land.
well,
Helping people,
So,
Mhm.
saving.
so you were off looking at the job board for some of the work that's available, and it hasn't been long. So you still got those other two jobs. There's the dragon that was kidnapped by an evil princess.
Oh yeah.
There is the goat farmer who is having a problem with a troll. And there is apparently something from the guard about a smuggling ring by the docks. And there is also, you know what? I'm going to edit this part out, but I do have something I can look for real quick. There's a a site that does like posters.
Oh, nice.
I imagine Giles reads the smuggling rings. Like, smuggling a ring? That should be easy.
No, you don't.
No.
I don't really like the guards of this city all that much, and they don't like me.
Why? They've been great. They've been great to me.
Well,
What have you
it's
done to-
you also get hired by just the nobles who are having things smuggled. Where is the posters guy?
We're
It's the
supposed to
noble
we just
smuggling
hired the
things for
posters
me.
guy.
Here it is. I'm just trying to do like a real quick check of like some of their things because
Gotcha.
they're all typically vague enough that they can work for anything, and I don't know which job you guys might decide to take because
Come on, we'll just go eeny, meeny, miny, that one.
yeah.
We could do the princess one with the dragon.
Yeah, dragons tend to have pretty nice gold horns.
Yeah, maybe they'll have an armor or 3.
I mean, yeah, my understanding of that poster was that it was a dragon that had been taken captive by a princess, though. So
Yes.
Yeah.
So you want to go and take on the evil princess?
Why not?
That was the one that I had imagined would be once you had leveled up once or twice, but we can do that because
Wow!
I
Thanks.
am making I'm making everything up as I go. I won't.
Clippy says. Clippy says it looks like you're too low
honestly,
for that.
That's the point of the game. It's like, are you sure this?
Okay, so this is gonna be my edit point. I'm doing this so that maybe I'll remember. I don't know why. I'm not gonna pay attention to what I'm doing.
cut it. Cut
Andy,
it now.
look
Cut.
at the hands.
Cease
Yeah.
this.
End it.
This is where we cut.
Vogue.
Like this.
This is designed for editing.
Edit.
We can make our own hand signal.
Let's all do
Yeah.
it for a GIF. Let's do it.
Hey, I mean to be looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The international
great, you
sign for
guys.
edit, Andy. Oh. Okay. So you have decided that you want to go and save the dragon who was kidnapped by an evil princess. And you go to the adventuring guild and like, are you sure that you want to take on an evil princess and her army?
Her army?
Her army.
Well,
Her
did you think
army.
that she kidnapped a dragon by herself?
Do you think a princess couldn't kidnap a dragon by herself?
Oh, you're opening up a can of worms there.
I feel like this is a trap. So here's the paperwork.
What color of dragon is it?
I don't know. It just said dragon.
It's
Maybe
a
dragons
black,
are colorblind.
like evil red dragon. Wait,
Look.
what are the evil colors for dragons again in D&D?
Those would be
Chromatic.
the chromatics. That's
Okay.
the red, the blue, the green.
Hey,
and
hey,
white.
Lee, don't discriminate about us blues.
Now, if you're asking
No,
this
you're nice.
gentleman, who's working behind the bar, like, ma'am, I'm colorblind, and I really feel bad that you're pointing that out. I don't know. Everything is gray.
Gray.
So now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to have my lunch. And he picks up a lemon and just bites into it.
Mm.
Let's not waste a man's time.
That's not the orange.
I'll just slide over
They
an
are.
apple
Sorry,
to
are
him.
you saying
They
that
are
you still
different
eat?
shapes.
Are you saying that you eat an orange with the rind as well?
He's like, I don't go about your business, please. And now it's a matter of pride. He's gonna eat the lemon again.
All while
Request
Giles is
taking the poor man to the hospital.
all
Oh,
while Giles is signing King Giles a tour. Done.
Oh, we're
okay.
broadcasting that everywhere.
So you begin your journey to the other kingdom of Princess Evalia in the kingdom of Evalia. These people are not very clever with their naming.
Straight to the point. I like these people.
Yes. I guess it would be the princessdom because she is the ruler, even though she's just a princess. But the princess rules in the land of Evalia because
Like they didn't want to commit the queen.
well, it's more like if you become queen, then you have a princess under you, and then the princess kills you and becomes.
Right,
So
okay.
she just decided, no, I'm just going to say the princess. It's a much prettier name. Princess Evalia is very vain, and she likes the, even though she's like 82, she just likes the title of princess because it makes her sound prettier.
Is her middle name Elizabeth, by the way?
No. It is, her full name is Demonica Evility Evalia.
You know,
Standing by that.
good for her.
Also, I have to go real quick, because I need to go let my dog out
Okay. Edit.
because she's barking.
I love that now there is a hand signal.
Yes. Most people would have done this.
Yeah,
I'm doing this.
or for us, just cut or just
Yeah.
stand
Well,
down.
'cause
Stand down.
I'm going to need to this would work in a production setting, but I'm going
Yeah.
to be looking at myself on a little screen. I need
Yeah.
wide hand movements.
Yeah, that's true.
We come from strictly theater backgrounds, so this, improv. It's what happens.
I
It's
do
even
tend to
worse.
say this is more of an improv show than anything else.
Yes.
Princess Demonica Eve.
Valia.
No, it was
No,
her
I
last
thought it was
name.
Evelyn
That was the
and then
last
Evalia.
Yeah. Eve.
She's named after the
Evalia.
princessdom.
82 years old.
I died after that. Like, oh, she's 82.
Yes.
I didn't realize that matriarchal lineages suddenly went by the rule of 2.
Well, according to this land,
Well,
that's a little-
Hey,
I think it's more like
have
when
you
she-
ever heard the tale of Darthus Evalia the Wise?
It is a bardic tale. No, I like to think that, she killed her parents to get the throne, but she's like, being queen makes me sound old. I'm going to remain princess. Yes, your majesty. Should anybody tell her that she's over 50 now? No. Do you want to keep her head?
Oh, maybe that moment is like, I'll tell her after you.
Yeah, exactly. And this is why I like making stuff up on the spot, because it just gets so much stupider. But you're
See, you
stuck
could've-
with it.
You could have gone for the Spanish and Portuguese term for princess, which was infanta.
I don't know those words, so it would have been good, but I don't know. It just came out. Princess Evalia of the
Yeah.
Kingdom of Evalia. We're not evil. That's their slogan. We're not evil.
Uh-huh.
That's the welcome sign.
Yeah. Welcome to
We're not
Evalia.
evil.
We're not evil.
On either side of the sign, there's 2 hanging bodies and skulls
Yes.
line it.
Yes.
Somehow it's more believable than the entree sign.
I was proud of entree. That's why I had to roll back and get that. Because I was waiting for one of you to question it. And then I couldn't really do a good Louisiana
would've-
accent. It's like, oh yes, that's just our dialect, entree-vous.
Oh, I
Because
see.
lizard folk are all Louisiana because they eat everything.
Are they all Cajun?
Yeah.
No, you see, mon ami, we from where we're standing here is entrée, which means entry.
It is where
Entry
the
into my
entrees
stomach.
enter. It is where the food will enter. Okay.
I wasn't aware that it froze on a picture of me now, so I was very taken aback
When you saw your back?
when I saw my face.
I can't take back the inspiration I gave you, but I kind of wish I could for that one. Okay, so uh, we are going to come back now. I just love that I will see all of you doing that, and so
You have multiple representations.
yes. So it's going to take you a little while to get to the kingdom of, or the princessdom of Evalia. But you know you're there when you see the big sign that says, "Welcome to Evalia. We are not evil." Someone is currently changing out the bodies that hang next to the signs because the old ones were old.
Ah,
Definitely not suspicious.
Yes.
Not
This
at all.
this
Or
is
it's
a land where Gothic architecture is the norm. In fact, you actually see where someone had built a shiny, colorful, like pretty house, and then they're yelling at the architect, "No, no, it needs to be gray and black. And where are my gargoyles? What is this? I was going for a different style. Like, no, no, it must be Gothic entirely. I don't want to stand out like this."
If you use more flying buttresses, you can add in more windows, which will get more of the night light and the stars in the sky.
Ah, I was just going to use a catapult to make more holes in it. I like this. What is a buttress? I don't know. Let's try it though.
I lean over to Anya and I'm like, the guy who could only see gray colors would probably fit in really well here.
Agree.
My buddy Joseph, you have some explaining to do. Don't don't tell me you've secretly been a part of home and garden networks around here.
I was one of the main founders for it. We decided that after we were declared an MLM, we were just going to close up shop and go.
All right, that makes sense.
And someone's like, "Wait a second," and he takes out an old copy of Gnomes and Gardens. Like, I thought it was you. Can I get your autograph?
I'll just sign it with two little initials of JL.
And you're like, "Thank you, sir. I will cherish this forever." Get back to work. Screw you. I've got his autograph now. And then he just runs off with it. It's like, we lose so many of our contractors by them getting autographs from people.
Oddly
It's a tough
concerning.
life.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I
just
don't know how
having
I
an
feel about
autograph of someone semi-famous around here is enough for you to start up your own business. It's a really odd culture.
Yeah.
Well,
Did not take you much of an influencer, Joseph.
Yes, Evalia is completely run by influencers.
oh no, no! We have to go back. We have to go back.
so then is the princess a very big influencer here, I'm guessing? The biggest?
Oh yeah, she influences people with axes to take your head off if you question her.
Mm.
Ah. So they take off your head with an axe
If you're
You-
lucky.
ask her a
I knew
question.
it. I knew it. I knew that was coming.
Look, you haven't used your other inspirations, so quit trying to earn more.
I'm
Even
sorry.
though
I was
that
expecting
wasn't gonna
Danielle
do
to
it.
take that one, honestly.
Oh,
No, I'm letting you have all the puns until I find
Thanks.
a really good opportunity, and then I'll crush you.
Ah,
Well, I was just wondering how one gets a summons before the good Princess Demonica Evalia.
well, her sister, the good princess, was excommunicated years ago, so we don't know how you can find her. But if you want to see the evil princess, well, you just go to the castle, and then
I
you.
I point to the sign, and then I go, "We're not evil here, remember? We're
Like,
just."
That's just for the promotional stuff. We. Do you remember the part where we said that she takes your head with an axe if you're lucky?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it's
So for a meeting with her, you just knock on the door.
Oh, no, no, no. You have to go through a lot of paperwork.
Like actually sign the paperwork, or do we just have to walk through some
No, no,
paperwork?
that's her. That's the guard's name. The paperwork.
Oh, the paperwork.
Hmm.
Where is the paperwork?
Well, they're usually outside the castle because
The
that's
castle.
their guard.
And
So-
is the castle where the dragon is being kept?
What dragon?
I've heard rumors. Influencers talk.
They make posts.
Make a persuasion check at advantage. That's a very good
I
argument.
feel partially called out on that last one.
We don't know anything about influencers and posts.
I'm literally wearing my own shirt.
You got to stand
Are
up
we-
slightly so we can see the shirt.
Yeah, let us
I'm literally
see.
wearing my logo.
Available
Yes.
at Crumpler64, designed by humans.
Designed by
shop.
humans.com/Crumpler64. There.
Woo!
What was your roll?
That's an 18.
An 18. And it's like, oh yeah. I heard that she had kidnapped the dragon of the west so that she could, well, there was different reasons why. She was like, I heard she was marrying it. No, they're not marrying. She's just drawing off its life force. Isn't that the same thing as being married? You have a point there, Josh.
Yes.
You have a point there.
Yes, Josh. Well, if I remember correctly, the last time that I was here, we needed to fill out Form A38 in order to be able to gain entry into the courtroom, into the princess's court. Is that still the case?
I don't try to see the princess that often, but yeah, you can go and you can deal with Form A38.
Okay, or am I going to be using the updated drafting and having to go to A39C?
Well, I'm not entirely positive myself, sir. You can always see which one of them is at the gate today, because I believe with C you have to fight 3 of the blackguard.
So
Mhm.
with the
Those are their
paper-
actual titles, by the way.
Yes.
with the paperwork, is it one paperwork? Like, is it just one guard named paperwork? Is that the rank?
No,
Of
the
the
group
guards.
of guards are known as the paperwork, and then they each have titles like A38 through A30B.
Okay. So how much of the paperwork do we have to do?
Well,
'Cause
that
we
de-
have
de-
a bard.
it sort of depends. You'll need to have. I just build houses. I'm sorry, I don't have the answers for you. I just, and during this, people were loading up the catapult to make holes in the house. It's like, so if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to what I actually do, which is not getting my head chopped off.
Flying
thank you.
buttresses. Flying buttresses, remember, they allow for the opening up and the night light to come in.
Maybe draw
So
a quick
someone
sketch
is
for
loading a
them.
buttress into the catapult because they heard flying buttress.
They're flying.
I'm gonna have to make a quick sketch, aren't I?
Well,
God.
probably not, because you need to get onto the castle right now.
Yeah, yeah. Let's just go.
So,
I'm just gonna be
I fall back from Drylith and Joseph as we're walking. I'm like, how do you feel about doing paperwork?
Thanks.
To Sticks.
Not very confident, to be honest. It's been a while since I've done that much paperwork. But I think I could handle it. Lighting it on fire.
I mean, hopefully you won't have to. Hopefully we can bypass the whole thing.
Yeah. Maybe.
That's the hope.
Hopefully. I'm still interested to know how she managed to get a dragon underneath her control.
Maybe to bypass the paperwork.
Yes.
Maybe we can do some digging.
We offered Jyleth up
with
as
the
a
influencer
sacrifice?
that we have.
Oh.
No, with the influencer that we have, we can do some digging. I mean, we're bound to find some information on her ex,
Or since she's an influencer,
some scandals that she's had to apologize for. I
Wait.
mean, something.
I've got it. She is an influencer, right? She wants to be up in Adam with the famous people. We literally have a king on our hands. We offer hand in marriage.
That's true, and I'm a noble
Get into
from
the
another
castle?
kingdom. So
He's a dragon.
Maybe
She's an 87-year-old woman.
How loud? How
Weird
loudly
world.
how loudly are you two having this conversation?
You know, I like to think we started out loud. No, I like to think we started with telepathy and then just got so excited about our plans that we're talking at full volume now.
Jyleth, I just walked up to Jyleth and I'm like, hey Jyleth, I have a quick question.
All right.
How do you feel about marriage?
It's a trap.
It's a trap. I agree. How do you feel about marrying
A princess.
princess?
Marrying a princess.
Yes.
Well, the tale is old as time.
Yes.
One I've heard all the time.
All the time.
One could say
That's
it's a
about it.
song
It's
as
just,
old
it's
as
just an
rhyme
old
as
fairy
well.
tale.
But
How would you feel if, since you would be marrying a princess, you'd be gaining another kingdom underneath your name? Not just the king of the lizard folk.
And another crown.
And another crown.
Lots of swords at your disposal.
Maybe more tables for you to throw.
Oh,
Javelins.
I can't believe that I, as the rogue, am the one having to point this out. She's the kind of person that just kidnapped a dragon and regularly beheads people on the just to keep everything in line. Why don't we just use my skills to sneak into the castle, try to bolster the dragon out of wherever he is, and not deal with having to get potentially smeared across the walls?
Because you threw all of your ball bearings at the lizard folk, so we no longer have anything to throw besides a table.
He
Which
literally
rather
bought
out.
more while we were in the
Oh,
other
he
place.
bought more.
Yeah.
guys, I'm pretty sure she's just misunderstood. If you're no, I'm in the equation.
Or as we're offering Jyleth's hand in marriage to the princess.
You go down and free the dragon.
Yes.
It might be dark, so you might need somebody to come with you. I could come with you.
No. You two try to keep everything smooth up there. I'll keep a telepathic link, and if anything starts to go wrong, I'll warn you.
Or
That way, you guys.
Maybe we don't even have to separate the party. What we do is we offer the hand in marriage, and we ask her to show us the prized dragon that she's been keeping as a testament to her love for Jyleth that will be formed when they're married. And in turn, he will show her the table that he has ready at all times for things.
Sounds like a solid plan. I see. It's foolproof.
Agreed.
If you don't set
Okay, and
that up, that's
how
not
much
the plan.
Yes.
how much time do I get to say I told you so after that implodes?
Depends on whether or not
We
we survive.
literally just bypassed an entire fight because she told Jyleth to pick up a crown. So I feel like her opinion and her methods do have some weight here.
Oh no, a bit, but I'm also thinking this might go very wrong, and I just want to know that if it does, how long do I get to say I told you so afterwards?
Depends
'Cause
on
that's-
whether or not you're the one who saves us, or Jyleth, or me, or Anya is. If you manage to save us all, I will allow you to say that you were right for at least a year.
Good. I'm all for this then.
But if
Makes
it turns
note
out that one of us saves you and
spell.
what?
Said makes note to take mute spell.
But But if it turns out that one of us ends up saving the situation, we get to tell you that we were right for a year.
Okay.
Excellent. Excellent.
Our group dynamic is pretty much we bet each other who gets to say I was right for a year.
I was the one who said, Jyleth, I would bet that you would win the fight. And he's like, well, I won't get into it. And I'm like, okay, big, strong man.
We both did. We
Listen.
both did.
I know. We agreed on a thing. Do we see paperwork yet?
Shall we?
You are making your way up to the castle, and yes, the paperwork is standing there, 15 members strong and they see you, and some of them come out onto the drawbridge. Halt! If you wish to see Princess Demonica Evalia, you must first pass through the challenge of the paperwork.
Can I just ask, like, side question, not really asking them, just as an observation, do they actually have weapons, or do they just have like pieces of paper that they folded into weapons since their name is paperwork?
Their weapons are origami paperwork.
Yes.
But as you might know or might not know, if you fold enough paper
Yes.
and you treat it properly, it can still be quite a weapon if used properly.
I guess you could say you wouldn't want to get a paper cut.
That was going to be my line.
And cut.
He's laying it down real nicely for himself.
But yes, all their weapons and armor are intricately folded paper.
Paper.
Mm.
Paper. Okay. Nice.
Mhm.
Hello. Are you the famed paperwork that we've heard about?
Yes, we are the Princess's Guard, the paperwork. Do you wish to try to best us?
No, we simply wish to curry your favor to get an audience with the lovely princess herself.
Then you must...
As a noble from another country, I have brought another noble, King Jyleth. I don't know where he is on my screen.
He's yeah.
He's below. I have brought King Jyleth of the lizard people, of draconic heritage, I believe, to potentially be wed to her.
Make a persuasion roll at advantage.
Great.
I'm glad that you're taking this one, by the way.
Thank you. One of my things as the background is like people assume I have the right to be there. So let's hope that goes along with what we're doing.
Yes, the nobility is what got you this roll.
I love advantage. 23.
Oh, thank
23.
God. I saw that 5.
So they kind of huddle up and they're talking amongst themselves. Occasionally somebody turns back to look at you.
I cross my arms and I tap my foot.
Yeah. And they say that we will send someone to fetch the princess.
The princess
Thank
is
you.
being fetched. We're not going to meet her.
No, they are going to bring her to you.
Ah,
Well, they will show you in, but then they will bring, someone else will come in. So you are led in. You're surrounded by the paperwork as you are led in to the grand hall.
Would you say we're being held in a paper chain?
Everybody, just go ahead and give yourselves inspiration. This is going to go on for too long, and I can't keep track of them all. Yes.
Oh, I
The
love
paper chain surrounds you, which is the more battle hardened ones.
For me to remind inspiration, like, we better be careful because we don't want a paper trail. Oh, I've earned my
And that
inspiration.
has been
Thank
the
you.
end of Trick Roll forever because I can't take this.
Oh.
We've had a good
One
run,
could
guys.
always-
This is
It
great.
was great working with you guys.
yeah.
The writing
an
was on the
honor.
wall. The writing was on the wall the second you brought this up.
Thus
We'll get it.
concludes our
Don't worry, we'll get it all in post.
I just imagine you just replace just this picture with a picture of a duck and you just move on.
We get a Patreon up and we're like, exclusive logs, the paper trail, the paper chronicles. Turning the page
Read all
on
about it.
Turning the page on a new chapter of Trick Roll.
I'm sorry, do you guys want to be the DMs and I'll just play things?
We're good. We're back.
And scene.
And I break again. Okay. You're in the grand hallway, and you know when the princess is coming because there was a lot of fanfare, a lot of colored lights come on. A scrying orb appears as she bursts in very colorful, flowing robes. What's up? It's your girl, Princess Evalia. I'm here to see some nobles, maybe get married. We're going to see where things go.
And I telepathically to everybody in my party, I say, I am so sorry for what's about to happen.
You're sorry.
What's gonna happen?
Oh my god. Princess Evalia. Have I got the guy for you? This is Jylith. I heard you have a thing for like dragons. Yeah?
Oh,
Right?
girl, I love some scales. I love some gold. I just want to drench myself.
Okay, well, I've
in
got the gold. Drenching in gold is like, oh my god.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
I know.
It passes the vibe
No.
check. It really
No.
does. I have to introduce you to Jylith though, because he's such a guy that you want to go after, I'm telling you. Do you want to meet him?
Oh, girl, you know I want to meet him.
Or
Bring
should we
him
have our
up
portraits
here.
done first?
She turns back to the scrying orb.
Jylith!
So, who wants to see Jylith? Come on, make some noise. Throw some coins into your well.
Special guest, Anya Sparsfiend. Special guest.
Nice.
So honored to be here with you.
I know you are. Now let's, this is going to be big for you. I know. Don't be double dipping into my
Huge.
my scritcher.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. Now.
Never. Jylith. Get over here.
Yes, girl, yes, I'm on my way.
Oh no.
That was praiseful, don't you dare do that again.
This is Jylith. He's Dragonborn, obviously. Look how handsome he is. He's gorgeous.
Honor to meet you, princess.
Give me a performance check real quick.
Which one of us?
Me?
Jylith.
Dang it!
Because
Oh,
Jylith
no.
is the one presenting himself.
One time where I don't want to roll performance. It's a 6.
You can re-roll.
Inspiration!
Oh, shit. Yes. Fine. I'll cash in my inspiration. Just freaking change that, my word. Please be something better. Okay, that's better. 15.
Okay, 15. So you have the crown on your head. You come sauntering up. Like, Well, now, you are a tasty-looking morsel, but I don't know if you are quite good enough to hang with this.
Girl, he could bring you like a whole army of like lizard people. Obviously, they need separate barracks, and they wouldn't be as good as like your paperwork. But
The
like,
paperwork all stand.
it would help. No, you guys are great. You really are. You're like crisp. You're clean. I love it. I love this. I'm loving all of this so much. But he could bring you some really good, like, they could really get, like, they could do, like, the dirty, you know, like when you need to deal with people, like, deal with
Oh,
them.
girl,
He
you
could
know
help
I
you
don't
deal
like
with
dealing with
them.
people. That's why I
See,
keep
and
the
then he could
paperwork
help you
between
deal
me
with
and
them.
them.
Exactly. He can have his people deal with them for you before they even have to deal with your people.
So his people will deal with
I'm
my
just saying.
people. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
You got some
Yeah.
good points there.
And then all you have to do is deal with him. Then all you have to do is like deal with him, which is like all you want to do, right?
Pardon, if I may say something. Since we are offering such a elegant, extravagant man and his army that would be doing the dirty work, and we are putting
like the best, the most gorge partnership ever.
Everyone would be looking to copy their wedding dress after yours. It would be stunning. However, as the advisor to the king, don't worry, no competition, because no one could ever compete against you, dear princess. We were wondering,
girl snaps,
if we'd be able to see the dragon that you have.
Oh my God, I've heard all about it. It would be such a boost for me. If I can say that I've met your dragon, like, babe.
And just picture this. On top of everything else, there will be a 2-page spread in Gnomes and Gardens of, oh dear Lord, look at this. It is Princess Demonica Evalia and How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, I have not been in Gnomes and Gardens since like 3 years ago. I thought you were all just shunning me. I'm so glad. Like, yes, come, everybody, let's see the dragon. And then they basically like wheel away a wall.
Hold on. Oh, they're behind the wall.
Yes. And
behind the wall.
Yes, they like pull out a section of the wall and wheel it away. And when they do that, you see it's on rails specifically to show off just easily. And yes, there is a gold dragon, a younger gold dragon. So he's still bigger than you, obviously, but he fits. He's in a cage. There's it's well decorated. There's human-sized furniture, so dragons can switch forms. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of sitting there, kind of doing his nails. What is it this time?
Oh my God.
Goldie, we are going to be in Gnomes and Gardens and like whatever.
Can we have him come out for the painting though? Because I feel like it would give a better representation of all of us.
Well, now we can't let him out because that is where, you see, this is a special cage. It funnels all his power into me, making me that much more glamorous.
I just have to ask out of curiosity. Obviously, your glamour and your fashion sense would win anyone over. How were you able to win the fight against a dragon?
Oh, that is a long and glorious story. I just threw peasants at him until he was completely worn out, and then we sent in stronger people to just stick him in the cage.
I get it. Throwing peasants at people is just so much easier than dealing with it yourself.
Oh, I know. You just load him up in the catapult and you just keep out until he's worn out. I mean, the kingdom, the princessdom is a little less lively than it could have been 6 months ago, but those people were just downers.
I know.
So much more real estate now.
While she's saying this telepathically, I'm saying to Joseph that he needs to be inspecting for the best way to represent, like walking around and listening to what she's saying, but also looking at the best way to get this cage open.
Oh, like seriously, I can see it now. Just how do you decorate for the gilded golden cage? And while I'm walking around like as if I'm already setting up for how the spread on this article is going to be and how it's going to be set up for the printer, I'm going to be looking at how the cage itself is set up and how to unlock it.
Okay. Um, do you want to just go ahead and try to pick the lock, or are you wanting to investigate the cage?
I'm wanting to investigate the
Okay,
cage.
give me an investigation check.
I'm going to use my inspiration on that. Okay, so investigation. Seriously? 5. But they're both 5.
So you
That is so
see,
awful.
you just see like this intricate lock on it, and like, yes, that's a lock. Can try hitting with a hammer, maybe. So
Have to ask, this is a gorgeous lock piece that you've gotten in order to keep him inside. Where did you have it crafted?
oh, girl, I had it made by Herod. He makes the best magical locks in the city. Shout out to my boy Herod for all your locking needs. When you need to lock 'em down, go to Herod.
Oh god,
He
yes,
went to Herod.
because he's so much better than Midas.
Oh, absolutely. Midas is just all glitz and glamour, and while that is important, you need some substance underneath.
Telepathically to the dragon, can you fight?
Like, I weigh about 20 times all of you put together. I can just stomp her if the cage is open.
Okay.
Good.
Well, that's great.
But it's sucking all of my thought power out. I am getting. What are the words? What are words? And it kind of drifts back off into whatever.
Okay,
this-
so
Is this Herod's dual spec tumbler lock, or is it his disc detainer with the ball bearing clasps?
Oh, I how would I know? I just told him to give me the best because I deserve the best. I
oh,
don't know.
check
these
the back for a
things.
product description. Typically, they'll put it on there for us because it just influencer tip, you guys. Sometimes when we get people to make us things, when they're kind enough to donate to our cause, we struggle sometimes with like knowing exactly what to say. So they'll give us the information on it, like on the back. Sometimes it's just a little influencer trick.
Oh yeah,
Little influencer tip.
Yeah, check on the back. Make sure that he didn't cheat me, because if he cheated me, oh, we are going to cut his head off with a rock.
A rock.
Yes,
Oh my
because if he
God.
cheated me, he doesn't deserve the axe.
It like doesn't even rock that he would cheat you though. Like that's so rude.
Oh, I know. I love that we've also broken Jesse with this one.
You are killing me.
I have tried
Yeah.
so long to break this man, and we.
I spent 5 years in LA. It's very easy for me.
It's
So-
so...
So yes, you can make another investigation check with advantage because you're no longer being sneaky about it.
Okay, 14.
Okay. Yes, you can tell what kind of lock this is, and you know that it just uses it is made to be so fashionable that it's actually made with a gold key, and because gold is a soft metal, you're like, this would probably be a pretty easy lock to pick, because it's all for the appearance, and it's just that it's slightly magical. So it is made to resist, say, a dragon kicking it. But a soft metal key is probably a pretty easy one to pick.
Okay, so I am going to try and pick this then.
Okay.
Oh my God, not yet.
Right in front
No,
of the princess?
I'm going to try and pick it with sleight of hand That way she doesn't see that I'm picking it.
Okay, and
So,
God.
because of the
princess.
distractions and because you're already doing the inspection thing, I'll let that be an advantage.
Okay, so
Don't
all right.
screw this up.
Where is it on this sheet where I can actually use this tool?
It should just be a sleight of hand check
Okay.
because you're already. It would normally be dexterity plus, but you're trying to be sneaky about it. So sleight of hand will include everything else.
It is an 11.
With advantage?
Yep.
Well, fortunately, like I said, it is a lock with a gold key, which meant that it really wasn't a complicated lock. It just looks complicated. So while you're over here distracting Princess Evalia and getting her to show off everything, you see that the cage door slides open, and a large dragon is going to try to sneak out. Yeah, you don't really sneak too well when you're that big, but she's very vain and she doesn't see him coming.
Oh my Lanta.
I'm just gonna take a step back, and what happens happens, because this is falling so beautifully in line with everything
Don't
about my
acknowledge
character.
it.
I'm just gonna go. Nope. Just take a step back. That is such a beautiful lock. Oh my God, so perfect.
And she is turning her attention back to Jyla. So, what makes you think that you are going to be a fit for me? Because you've got this whole, roar thing going on, and then let's just see how hard the dragon. Well,
Thank you for not letting me get through.
the dragon is, unfortunately, he's very weakened. So when he swats at her, he misses. And
I take it as my chance to swipe at the princess.
swipe at the princess, Jyla. Because she's like,
'Cause
what is
he
going on?
Had it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've had it.
So as the dragon swats his claw down right next to her, missing by a good couple of feet, she's like, what is going on?
And Nat 20 swing with the great sword at the princess. Giants done.
Okay, Gileth, I'm gonna let you describe this moment.
I imagine with the swipe, I imagine Giles just swings it, and he's that moment just snaps with all of this influencer talk, and just no brain empty, no thought, sword up, swing.
So you swing into the princess. Now her gown is made out of dragon scales, so it did provide some protection. But basically, it was like hitting a baseball as you hit her into the dragon, who, just because you rolled a 20, he was able to hit her back, so she flew through a window, her crown landing at your feet.
And then
Jyleth. Crown up.
hang on. He looks to the shrine orb. Now, if you would like to follow a true king, you will follow King Joyleth.
Are we gonna have a scrying orb following us the rest of our journey?
I'm not a huge fan.
8 copper fall through the scrying orb as people start tipping you.
I can imagine. Sweet.
The paperwork are obviously a bit taken aback by this, and
While everything's going on, I'm just gonna throw my psychic rapier into her head.
She is flying through the window at this point.
And
She has been decrowned.
I look at
So
the
anyway,
paperwork.
anyway,
I
my
say-
advisor, you were saying.
I look at the paperwork, and as I pick up the crown and give it to you, I say, you might want to take a knee so that way you don't get shredded.
Double crown, yes.
All hail King Gileth. The scrying orb
Yes.
is now yours.
There's gonna be a couple changes around here.
You.
Okay.
Oh yeah, dragon friend, you're good to go.
Oh, thank you. And he leaves.
You did golden, honey.
Make sure we get
Be
that taken
safe
care
out
of.
there.
That minor detail out of the way.
Yeah. Oh.
Remember us.
Guys, I'm just gonna say I got nothing else to top that. We have to end the session here. I don't know what to do.
Cool. Before we end the session, I'm just gonna drop. I'm gonna drop on me. Like, please don't ever let me do that again.
No, never.
Oh no.
I will-
We're
I
gonna
will-
have to pull that back in at some point.
I will now take off the quotation marks off of King on King Gileth's character sheet.
Oh yes.
You're now officially like a king.
Yeah.
Gileth,
She literally,
King of
Anya,
Evalia.
Anya just takes a deep breath and she's like, "You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome."
The
So I
paperwork
believe
just
that-
throw down their paper weapons. Like, we're finally free, and they run out the castle.
You're welcome.
So you just inherited a ton of land, and I believe that someone has something, to say. Oh wait, that's
Yeah.
me. I was right.
End credits.
You know, it was worth it just to see. It was worth it just. It was worth it just to see her and how much she's cringing right now.
I want to
that-
thank everybody for joining
Whoa,
us once
more than worth
again for Trick Roll.
Yeah, thanks,
Yes,
guys.
thank you.
Yes.
Quick rundown of the cast because I don't always remember to do this. We have Danielle playing Anya. We have Jesse playing Gileth. We have Triana playing Styx. We have Kyle playing Joseph. And there's Andy who plays a very confused dragon who is flying away right now thinking, I am never coming back to this place again. 2 stars on The Advisor.
Wait.
We could turn the castle into a hotel, a tavern of
Yes.
our own.
He's going to say 2 stars, but new management was taking over as I was leaving, so maybe I'll come back. We hope that you come back here. We're so glad to be on Geeky Side TV, having a lot of fun, even though every plan I had just went down the drain. It does so
Welcome
in
to
the best
D&D.
possible way. Thank you guys.
And not to go off the influencer deep end, but share us with your friends, please.
Yes.
Yes. We need, yeah. We need
We
you.
love the storytelling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a story to behold and to be shared.
You are, of course, correct.
Definitely.
So thank you so much. Please share us with your friends. We don't have a like button, but share us with your friends if you like it. Share us with your enemies if you don't. Most importantly, come back and see us again because I have no clue what's going to happen, but I want to know. I
Dun
wanna
dun
know.
dun.
Thank you guys.
Take care.
Okay, and we are clear.